also streaming. There is also streaming. Now, what do you mean by streaming? Understand this thing. If you have a DB, first you have to write and then you could read, and definitely some transformation. So, what Spark? Spark is a tool that performs operations two ways. One is it transforms, and second, actions. Now, transform is also it's part of DML, DDL. I hope you all know. We've learned this in SQL. But transform, understand this example. What is that called? From caterpillar to butterfly. Okay, that's transform and actions. But again, this transform is lazy data. Lazy data means if it comes to Spark, Spark obviously uses RDD. What is RDD? It's a type of data set. Like you have your databases, it's just like that, but in a different way. And that's why it is uses, uh, mostly it is used in Spark. We'll come on to RDD, very simple to understand. It just store data. Now, this lazy data and this action, when you mix them, then you have Spark operations. Is this clear? Now, for the example, if I go on and I say train, I click on images. Understand this. Oh, it's a toy. Okay. I think we can't. Okay. See, in this, you see there's an engine, and then all those rest, what do you call it? Compartments. Yeah, those compartments might be they have neat data, clean data, sorted data, transform data, but they cannot transform. Uh, they cannot take action. They cannot go from one place to another. They cannot move the data. Okay. So to move the data, we need action, and that's what is done by Spark action. So when you start with the architecture, always remember Spark operations are not single. They have two things: transformations and action. So when action is triggered, okay, we call it Spark jobs. Obviously, it goes hand in hand. Jobs are further divided into jobs are further divided into tasks. Now these tasks are dependent upon partition. Okay? One more thing, we do have stages, very important rule. We'll see this, okay, all of this. And then we have tasks. A task can be divided on partition. If you remember this, then it's very easy to understand driver and executor. Driver and executor are like master and worker. So on worker node, you will have executor. Your driver is the one which derives the action. Yeah, it can be installed on separate server, no problem. but it's the driver that drives the action, and worker nodes performs the task. If this architecture is clear, then it becomes very easy to understand Spark. Okay, we'll understand RDD, driver, executor more in depth. But overall, if you understand things like operations, transformations, what are transformation, DDL, D and L, any examples you can give? Data manipulative. matlab you can read, write, update, blah, blah, blah. But they are dead. You know, if you make a transformation, it's just like if you have a copy, you make a transformation, it generates another copy. It generates another copy for every transformation, but dead. It is just as it is. Now, to make it travel, move for more operations on it, more functions on it, we need action. And the action is part of Spark operations. If you have any doubt, put it in the text. Meanwhile, Musif, share the screen, launch the single node Spark. If you want, I can keep this by the time. If you have any doubt, please ask.
Yeah.
Please ask a doubt. I hope you have taken the screenshot. Any other issues you're facing with respect to screen, voice, anything? Put it here. Yes. A lot of participants, I expect. Am I audible, by the way? Put a yes. So, Musif, share your screen. No problem. Please put your doubts. I think Sohail is sharing the screen, right? Now, is this visible on projector?
Yeah, it does.
Sohail has connected to projector or Musif?
Yeah, Sohail is sharing the screen.
And who's connected to the projector?
Yeah, it does screen. Yeah.
Sohail only.
Yeah, I am
Who's
connected to the
connected?
projector. I am
Acha,
connected to the projector and Sohail is sharing the screen, so it's visible.
no problem. ठीक है. So we'll continue. I think a lot of things here are very clear to you all. You just have a look. Any doubt, put it in the chat. It's a very simple installation. You have done, I think, like 10, 20 times you've installed Hadoop. Those are from new batch. Uh, all the best. If you want, you can continue with Redmin or stay here. Okay, by the time uh, he does this, you know, we'll share the script. A lot of you are seniors, okay? So I expect this answer from you. Morning also I asked them a very simple question. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Right? Okay, very good. So this is like say client machine, your Windows machine or anywhere from the world, and you have logged in into AWS Mumbai region and you've launched an EC2. You've launched this in North Virginia also or EC2. Will you be able to connect to this EC2 and this EC2 from your client machine? Yes, no, maybe. Apras? Yes, no, maybe. What I'm drawing is visible on projector, right?
Yes,
No. Okay,
yes, it is visible.
very good. So we'll be able to connect. Very easy, right? This question. I want you, each one of you to answer this. Yes, no, maybe. One yes. What are others doing?
Yes, we will be.
No, no, chat. Use chat. Don't be so excited. I know we all are new to online. Very good. Zed. What about others? This is possible through SSH. But is this communication possible? Is the question. And if possible, how? Is my question clear? Communication between these two EC2s, is it possible and how? Could you answer yes, no, maybe? No answer? Yes, with passwordless encryption. Password less हो या password हो, is it possible? How? Now think in terms of network. ये मुंबई रीजन में है, ये नॉर्थ वर्जीनिया में है. We need to establish all connections. And no one has ever tried this at least once. Is there anybody who has tried this once? Okay, let me ask a very simple question. What you'll use public IP or private IP to connect between these two? Mamu is saying gateway. But have you ever tried this? I mean, do you have to do anything or it just connects by default? Okay, private IP, good answer. Good answer. Okay. At least you have sense of networking, VPC. Now you understand importance of VPC, subnet, blah blah. Anyone who has tried this once, please let me know in the chat. Till then, let's go back to what Soil is doing. Soil, what I want is install everything. Is Hadoop 3 done? Spark done? Everything is done. No, no, we have configured. You don't have to do anything. My question is, yeah, finish the installation. So don't start. Uh, have you ever tried this? If not, do it once. Take a free tire here, take a free tire in North Virginia, and just try to connect using SSH password. Only one. Of course, now you can check the recording. Huh? Thank God we have recordings. What about others? Aisha, Minaz, no doubts. See, this is the scenario. I'll explain once again. You are a client, any machine. You install EC2 in Mumbai and in North Virginia. You're able to connect here, you're able to connect here. That's not the question. Are these two interconnected? No, how, why is the question. Okay. Somebody said, uh, I believe he gave the answer private IP and he doesn't understand the scenario. Very difficult. Or if you have not done this, try this one. Okay, another thing, anybody in this uh, meeting or in the class has not subscribed our channel, please do so. If you have 10 IDs, Gmail IDs, if you have 20 Gmail IDs, if you have 100 Gmail IDs, just log in once and subscribe the channel with it once. Okay. Yes, all those who have subscribed can mention in the chat. We'll start with Afras. Afras, I hope I'm audible. This is online benefit. You get time to respond. What about others? Good. If you have 100 IDs from all 100 Gmail IDs, subscribe. Okay. Now this will take some time. Nice speed, huh? Good, good. Guru and Duman, we like such innovative thoughts. What about tasks? Any doubt from Kerberos in security, your AI session? Any doubts? How many of you have gone through those interview questions from Shorts? It's the latest interview question. Huh? One of the companies we have put out there. How many of you have heard it? Yeah, I think Mahmood has said that he has already done it. So, good question, Afras. First, how many of you have heard those interview questions out there? Those are real interview questions, maybe 4 days back. Put your doubts here, all of you. One more thing. Now you might all of you have understood that we are taking online sessions, but that doesn't mean you will be in the class because I hope you understand the offline experience much better. Be in the class, work like a community. Online is an option. Don't abuse it. Unnecessary you're joining online, even if you can come to class. No point doing that. SGFS scenario. SGFS, all the data nodes were in the same subnet. No, no. What he's asking is, Afraz is asking those two servers, one in Mumbai, one in North Virginia. That answer we are expecting. Okay, so we are done with yarn.sh. Again, don't forget it's a single node installation. What's the difference between Spark master and Spark single node? When you run it with Spark hyphen master, all the worker nodes that all the sleeves that it has on all the nodes, it combines just like your yarn master sleeve. That's why we have a driver and executor. Driver tails the action, owns the action. Yeah, continue with the next. No, check now. Run that DFS admin command. Yeah, yeah. Don't skip. There is some error. Huh? Let's remove that existing. See the first one. Wait there. Wait on the screen. If you check your first wget failed. Any idea why? And the second worked. Any idea why? Put in the chat. Everything is in front of your screen. No, no, no. Read it on the screen. We already did apt update. It's right there. You see in the first, we mentioned that dlcdn.apache.org. That was some dummy website. Yeah, yeah, correct, Roman. That was some dummy. It connected to the website, but it had nothing, no such star. But the second one is very appropriate. Authenticate Apache, sorry, archive.apache, and under its distribution of Spark. So that's the only reason. Yeah. We can manipulate this link difference. Yes, but we call it mirrors. As you go, as you understand Red Hat or Linux more, we can configure all this. If this fails, take this. If a lot of other links we can do it. etc con. Good. Next, did you do the remove part? Okay, continue. Others in the time, don't just sit idle. Any doubts, please put it here. Mahmoud Z and one more guy. What happened about those GitHub demo and Airflow, right? We can ask it anytime. Maybe tomorrow you have to give the demo. Maybe next Saturday you have to give the demo. So be ready. Okay, excellent. This is how Spark look like. If you've never seen it before, if you're seeing it for the first time, this is how it looks like. Master yarn means now since single node. So again, PySpark or Spark, the execution engine is yarn. Never underestimate. Next, now once this is done, we will take Soil will do some demonstration of different Spark examples, executions. He will also do lazy evaluation, lazy execution. Skew problems will also be dealt. So just understand, uh, take it as a data set, you know, and that will become very easy for you. Entire CST is a data set. That's the power of RDD. Yes, so like he's creating a CSV. I hope you all know what is a CSV is. Similar amount of work is done in production also. Okay, these files are ingested. The flow is already defined. It has a certain timing where it lands in your given zone, and from there you execute your Spark jobs. So what he's trying to do is he's putting this, let's say from Kafka, it went to NiFi. NiFi did some cleaning, transforms, blah blah, and now they're putting it into raw data in SGFS. And this data has also done some cleaning from NiFi. Now again, we are running a job on those data which has come from NiFi because more transformations are needed. Obviously, you have to start the Spark engine. Now, DF is data frame here, and Spark.read is just like your coding syntax. In that, you give a path of SDFS and it will read. Okay, the only purpose is read. There are two types of operations which you have to focus always. whether it is any database or any operation, any transformation, any action, read and write. So now then read and write later on can be narrowed on to what, like a read can also do some transformation, filter, sort. We want only first 10 lines or first two lines. So this is narrow filtering. And then there is wider filtering. So or wider transformation, narrow transformation or wider. So right now what you'll see is narrow transformation automatically done, but it is only on lazy data. This data is still on the system, it is not moving. Okay. Parallel means when partition come into play. For example, you have uh, n number of CPUs or vCPUs, and then this partition, like this file is now divided into 10 files, and then it is executing parallelly on those 10 vCPUs. That's where Spark, again, it's in data frame, it's in RDD. It is not writing it on the disk and doing it in streaming way. Yeah, continue. So you see, it has done the reading, but to print, you have to ask it to put it over here. So this is the schema. Directly from a CSV file, it has given you a schema. Next, another command, write command, read command. Next, whatever you just saw, this show count, lazy, lazy evaluation. This is lazy data. Now it will need action. Let's perform that action. Okay, he's doing more of, okay, go step by step. Show them the cleaning. Again, lazy evaluation. Narrow transformations have been done. See, the difference is right in front of you. Just scroll up 10 entries to somewhat 7 entries. But again, you see Ali Ali is repeated. So if you do more cleaning on this, drop duplicate, it will again clean it further. Ali is repeated again thrice. So you see there were so many entries, but the data is reduced 30%. Now these are actual actions that you'll do, group by blah blah, and then we run a job. All lazy evaluation is happening here. Very important interview perspective. Broadcasting, is it lazy evaluation or is it action? Take the homework, or if you can Google now and tell me. Broadcasting is like uh, in Spark, it is when it's streaming. It has to go through all the data, though it has some history, but that's something else. Okay, next. Another write mode, very important step. Yeah, we can see that into XFS. Okay, that's okay. There's no need to verify that. Go to Enterprise Spark SQL, step 25. Here you'll see some real transformations happening. Next, uh, so just go to the last part. What is it remaining? That's okay, we understood now. Yeah, go to Yarn UI. Please don't forget the port, okay? Uh, Scroll to the right again. Okay. Now, if you go to that applications submitted, left top, okay? So this says that all the transformation that we did was without action. Okay, I hope that's clear. Now, why do you see? Go to the previous page again. Why do you see these two applications by Ubuntu under Spark Shell? Click on that running application. The state is still running. First one. Go down. See here you get on which node. So here the worker node for this was again there's an attempt ID. Click on attempt ID. That's how you investigate your log. Yeah, go down. So you see it used three containers, three tasks basically. If you click on those containers, you'll come to know that uh, it has done some parallel work. And always logs and logs. Everywhere you have logs. Any doubt? Musaf, Sohail, if Musaf is there, can you show your Databricks login to them?
Yeah, just a second.
Yeah, just share your screen. Again, Databricks in demand, completely dependent on Spark, and they've made some progress. So I think it's no more called community edition or free edition. There's something else, but still free. You can practice your Spark data frames, transformation, jobs. Very good. The code, very you get to write the code. Very beautiful platform to learn Spark. Learn it from interview perspective. Don't get into coding. The language is called PySpark. If you like it, very good. So we cannot see your screen by the way. Go to workspace. Those any of the workspace. Uh, Go to queries. Huh? Right in the executors. You need create query. No option here. So basically, here you can write your df dot all that, and it will help you learn more about. You can pass directly your CSV file. What we just did on open source, you can do it here. And from Accelerator, you can also go to jobs and pipelines because once you run that, uh, right above it, jobs and pipelines, compute there. So when you run, you'll come to know ingestion pipeline, it is ETL pipeline, or it's just a job. So from here, you understand what type of task can be done. ETL is there, job is there, ingestion pipeline is there. Go through this. If you don't want to get much into Databricks, that's fine. Stick to what we have done on open source. That will also help you answer a lot of questions. If you have any doubts, please put it in the chat. We'll be there for next 5 minutes and we'll end this session. See, lazy evaluation means, as I told you, as an example of the train engine is action. Rest all are without those engine, will they go anywhere? Those train compartments? No, right? So they will be there. So that's what data is there. The CSV file was there. You did a cleaning, blah blah blah. Still, it is there. You know, whatever cleaning you could do, but it cannot execute for master marker sleep system. Like, what if I had number of partition and I had to do a more wider transformation? Like do a perform of the table is of 1 petabyte. Okay, let's say 1 TB. The CSV file is of 1 TB. Now I have to do a broadcast join with another CSV file and then perform such heavy operations. So yes, it is not working with some other transformation other than DDL or DML. It is very simple, right? That's why they are called lazy. They just loads pending to someone to take action from one place to another. Or you can say that action is nothing but a wider transformation from A to B. Any other doubts? If Musif, we can stop sharing, stop recording, and we can end this.